In the Greenhouse All-Stars, 18 legends of the game return for one more run at the crown. They're here to rekindle old battles, find new names for themselves, and maybe, just maybe, be crowned the best player in Greenhouse history. 4 seasons have all led to this. Each week, 3 All-Stars will enter the Greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the Greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 18 enter, 1 will leave. This is the Greenhouse All-Stars.
Welcome
18.
to our second auction. We have Uproot starting bid 3, Green Thumb starting bid 4. Seed count you can purchase at any time for 1 seed. And the Fly Trap starting bid for this round is 18 seeds. So it is the number of players plus 2. So that would leave us with 18 seeds.
So what's the deal here? So I've heard a lot of people. I'm kind of just trying to figure out what's happening because no one wants to keep me in the loop.
Right.
And that's fair. I can't blame people because I'm an easy name to throw out that no one's offended by.
So
I'm not.
No.
This target thing.
Literally
I forgot it happened.
And the target thing was like, okay, well, who would no one be shocked by? Who would not get offended? And we have already talked, and I
still
feel good with you. And if you need any kind of assistance, I am still willing to help you.
Do I need to try to take myself off?
I mean, so when I was buzzing around, the common denominator was your name. But I think we have the ability to swing it in Patrick's direction if that's because I've heard his name a lot, but I've also heard whispers of Dylan's name a lot because it's getting out that Dylan is like talking about how you were talking about who you wanted to fly trap.
I've talked to 3 different people about that, and they all said it came from the same person telling them this information, and I'm not sold that it's not that person lying. So it's either, like you said, Dylan, or it's Christian.
And knowing how, knowing their game, it could be either or.
Because all 3 people that have told me that they heard that,
yeah.
I said, who told you that? And they said, Christian told me that.
Interesting.
The same way he played you all season is he just started spreading misinformation to break y'all apart.
Exactly.
That may not be happening here.
I truly don't know because...
But it's weird to me that it all came from the same person.
Yeah.
And when did this conversation happen?
Right.
Shakira won't look at me.
Oh, shit.
I think she was closer with Maddie than I thought.
Okay.
Or she just doesn't understand my logic.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I haven't made a big attempt to talk to her because she doesn't look like she wants to talk to me.
Okay.
And she hasn't.
Shakira and I only speak in groups.
Yeah.
I have not. I don't think talked to her really in a one-on-one. So I would not call us walking together. Well, no one.
So I do trust some people.
I feel like I trust
Do you want me to tell you my names first?
Sure.
Would that make you feel better?
I mean, yeah, but
So I trust Lily.
Yeah.
And I trust Abrielle.
I trust Abrielle 110%.
Okay.
Lily strikes me too as someone who she has no reason to lie right now, so I trust Lily.
Good move. You needed to put that on me.
It was a twofold thing.
Yeah.
1, you're on the block. 2, we need to put distance between us.
Yes.
But you know I'm not voting for you, right?
Yes. What I'm going to ask is actually to try to get the uproot here.
If you check your handy dandy pot, last night, I was fairly certain I was getting fly trapped.
Yeah.
And so before I left, I told Holly to give, so Matt had given me one, I had one, you had given me one, Gavin had given me one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I asked her to, I don't know why I decided to not give Maddie hers back, but it kind of good because otherwise it would have got burned.
Yeah.
So I gave 2 to Brandon, 1 to you. So I gave you yours back that you gave me, and I gave Gavin 1 as well. So that one got burned.
Okay. That's fine.
So I need to go see if Brandon will give me my 2 back. I think he will.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. And I'm okay contributing to the fund of Dylan's effort.
Yeah. I'm just going to start pitching for that. And I'm going to make as quick talk as possible.
Do we think we have enough seeds for Uproot 1 Green Thumb to?
That's a good question.
That's a damn good
You need to
question.
get in the greenhouse.
Bad.
Agreed.
In the worst way.
Bad. Do
Um,
we have enough seats for that?
I'm not 100% sure. Because if someone tries to outbid me on an uproot, that's where it'll get questionable.
The only problem is that if there was one girl up there, we could say, okay, the girls are drawn battle lines. The problem is there's 3 guys up there, and so we can't pool together as guys because
We're separated.
one of them is going home.
I'm going to also start pitching to the girls to give me seeds, because I think that objectively makes the best sense.
Yes.
Shane, I trust 2 people right now. I trust you, I trust Brandon. That's the only people I trust fully.
I want to trust Brandon, but I know Brandon's good with everyone.
I think Brandon is going to work with me.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all even need to work directly together, or if I'm just the conduit in between. I'm okay with that.
I like Brandon.
Me
I just
too.
know that he has his hands in, which like.
All I'm saying is that Brandon was one of the only ones up here. You were up here last night.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the only ones looking at people saying, "Are we really giving Brody the power again? That's what's happening."
Yep.
And he was one of the only ones besides you, me, and season 4 that voiced it. Some of season 4.
Do we think we can get Ava to give any?
Nope.
You don't think?
Mm-mm.
She's not on our side?
Ava,
Who's she with?
Thomas, and Shakira.
God damn it.
She's the one that went tell Thomas that I was considering him. Problem is now we're not only going against the girls, we're also going against Thomas is in that group with them.
Yes.
And Thomas is going to be able to get Brady or a floater here or there. Meredith would be the one that I think that we can deal with.
I think I can get Meredith.
Okay. I think that Brody would be willing. I think Brody sees the writing on the wall.
Yes.
And I think he's desperate, and I think we could use that to our advantage.
If we can get Meredith, me, you, Dylan, because me and Meredith already talked about Brandon and Dylan, so if we can all get that, plus Brody, maybe, we might have enough seats to go.
And you think Green Thumb's the move?
You have to get in the greenhouse.
You think I'm in trouble if I don't?
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably agree.
I really think the majority of the cast is all on the same page. Like, I've been saying girls and gays. I don't think there's some.
What is that page though? What is the page?
That.
But what's the agenda?
Brody is- What's the agenda? What's the agenda?
We're all in class, but what's on the board?
Brody is a huge threat. I think those two are a duo that is going to go to the end together. But I think everyone would be willing to either split that or Brody.
Okay,
well-
no, but I don't know if I would split that so soon because that's only a 2.
But they get seeds. Like, they're good at that.
From a,
I'm just
they
looking at their season.
potentially are gonna burn both of their seeds this round to buy uproot.
I just want to share.
Yeah.
I want to share.
Uh,
If they uproot, Brody. If they don't uproot, Dylan. But how do you guys feel? Like, I just want to. How does it feel that if Dylan's uprooted, we vote Brody? If Dylan stays on the block, we vote Dylan? Or what are we feeling about Patrick?
I was ready to put up any one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like
All
they're
3 who I
pretty
considered are up,
equal.
so.
I just
Yeah.
think Patrick.
I'm not gonna throw myself over a body of any of them. Like,
Yeah.
you must say this, but like, I don't.
Same. I feel the same way.
I'm just trying to get myself off the block here, so I'm campaigning for any seeds if anyone would like to contribute. Please don't give to them at minimum. If you don't give it to me, that's,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
Deal.
don't give to them. Shane is someone I feel pretty close to. He kind of guaranteed me safety in that first round, and I appreciated that. I'm willing to extend that further to him. I do feel good with y'all too, just being point blank. None of
So if
y'all.
not, you do have a suggestion on which of the other 2 you think is a smart move to get up?
I don't care. Being frank about it.
Okay.
It's in that stage where preservation
Is the
over
priority.
targeting.
Yeah, that's fair.
Obviously, Brody is a long-term threat, and he always makes it to the end because everyone uses him as shield.
Yeah.
On the flip side, Patrick is an under-the-radar threat, so I see value in either one of them.
I want to go talk to other people because I haven't got to yet. And I think if he's telling you to bid, I feel like you should probably go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going
Okay.
straight into voting after
Yes.
option?
Yes.
Straight into
Okay,
banishment.
so
I felt as if I could put you as a target and we'd still be okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
I wanted to put Brody, but Brandon already took it. I figured like this could like sort of be used to our advantage to like make people perceive that we're not.
Honestly,
together.
I literally don't care
Mhm.
about it because I felt the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes with the narrative of me and you. What I want to do is just say, from my perspective, I have not lied to you in this game. I legitimately trust you. And I want to keep you in the game because you are going to be a huge fucking target just like me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything in this game, and
Yeah.
people are saying my name.
Right, exactly.
I want Brody to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust. Me and you talked about this last night. I don't trust Dylan.
I prefer to get Patrick out this round. I just know that Patrick, like, I just know he would be easily, like, without blinking his eye, like, target me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be stupid of him to do that because, like you said, he's one of the 4 biggest targets in the game. Me, you, Brody, and him.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Sure, but, like, I also just have not spoken to him.
Yeah.
I've spoken to
All good.
Dylan more,
Yeah.
truthfully.
Yeah.
So my goal is Patrick this week.
Okay.
And I'm letting you know, because you are objectively, I think, the girl I trust the most. The guys are starting to get really concerned about an all-girls alliance, because it's now been 6 guys nominated, and all the guys were booted before the 2 girl teams.
There's not an all-girls alliance. Like, I can confirm that as someone that, like... But I made sure to talk to all the women last night, because... And I said point blank, like, we can roll the tape. Like, I was like, I'm not saying let's make a girls alliance, but I am saying that, like... Men tend to dominate the conversations in larger groups. So, like, let's make sure that we talk.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I think the girls are vibing.
And that's what I think
like,
it is, but I now think there's that perception of the
Yeah.
change. And I'm just going to tell you, I think if a guy gets in greenhouse, they're going to nominate 2 or all 3 girls if it's like that. I'm just being frank about it.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to target you in that sense. I don't even think I'm necessarily looking to target 2 girls if I had like Sunflower next round or anything. I'd probably do 1 boy and girl.
I think out of the girls, I am not towards the top that people need to worry about.
I think you're like not the bottom necessarily, but I don't think you're at anyone's priority tier list or anything.
I also did want to ask you, because I'm not promising anything with blocked votes, but I did want to talk to the nominees if they like had preferences on people they definitely wanted to vote.
In that sense, I guess something that would benefit me and I think might benefit you, I'm not sure how close you are with her, but maybe Lily as one person, and then maybe Christian. Those would be 2 people I could consider that would be advantageous for me and might be advantageous for you. I don't know exactly where everything is for you. Yeah.
So I think a lot of people kind of want you and Brody gone as some of the bigger threats. And I think that's maybe the majority and kind of the stronger alliances. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where everybody's at, but the sense I'm getting is that some of the stronger, more certain groups would like to see you and or Brody gone. Dylan, meanwhile, has made some enemies and is starting to act very shady toward the other half
Absolutely,
of the house.
that's also.
And so I feel like if votes get split between you and Brody, and then the other sort of half of people are against Dylan,
I like that.
I don't know where things are going necessarily.
I think it would be easier to paint the target on Dylan.
Yeah.
As opposed to unless it's like unanimous on Brody, then like okay, like
I just don't see why it would need to be.
Yeah.
He's always a threat, but right now he is alone.
Do you have any inkling over?
I don't know where it's going. I know it's not.
Okay.
You?
Dylan's like isolating himself, as in like he didn't play a clean game last time, but clean slate looking at this game. I heard that he's like even going around saying people don't deserve to be here.
And that list included me,
Yes.
Lily, Brady, and Gabrielle.
Hey, Dylan.
I actually just have to pass through. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, see, these are my people.
Yeah.
Presently.
I don't have a vote, but if I had to like form and talk and push that kind of stuff, I definitely I'm not about
Yeah.
because of that, you know, and the audacity.
Something to keep an eye on. There's been 6 nominations. All 6 have been male.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Yep.
I've heard of more than one conversation where someone said they walked in on literally all the girls together talking. I don't want to start that. I think that's a kind of a weird way to go about doing it. But once is a coincidence, twice is a trend. Let's just make sure that we keep our eye on it.
They're also the last 2 groups.
Just keep your eye on it, because if that's, I don't want to play that way, but if they're going to play that way, they're going to make us play that way.
Yeah.
How are you feeling like as far as like, do you know who you're going to vote for? Because I have no clue.
I'm not comfortable with Dylan.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's who you're least comfortable with? Okay. I think Dylan's gonna probably try to go for uproot.
I didn't grab my cup.
Smart.
Dylan's gonna go for uproot, yeah.
I think so.
You know, Dylan, I was actually just telling Thomas when you just passed by. Dylan and Patrick are like this outside the game.
Oh, I didn't know
Patrick was the reason Dylan played. They're besties.
Yep.
So they're gonna try to get each other safe, right?
Yep.
I'd honestly prefer Birdie or Patrick to get off the block. Because I personally, I don't feel comfortable with Dylan. I'd vote Dylan right now. If there was a vote right now, I'd vote Dylan.
Okay.
I also am asking nominees if they have preferences for who they want to make sure votes. Dylan said he thinks it would be advantageous for him and myself if I blocked you.
Why yourself?
I don't know. He didn't give me a reason.
Dylan doesn't trust me?
I don't know.
Well, why would he say that, then?
I don't know. He didn't give me a reason.
Yeah.
It's either, there's only two options. Either
But-
he doesn't trust you or he trusts you enough that he thinks you would help him in the future.
Then he doesn't
But-
trust me because I don't talk to him.
But do you guys want to vote?
I would like to vote.
Okay, then I won't block you.
I'm not going to ask for you to give me something if, you don't want me to, right?
Mhm.
I think I've said that multiple times last night. It's like, I'm not going to ask people for seats because I want to build trust. I don't want to build debt, right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with being blocked.
I have only had one person come to me and say, it doesn't matter who the nominees are, I would like to be blocked. And so, that person's going to get one. If you come to me and say, block my vote, I don't want to vote, I'll give the other one to you. So you want to vote. Who do you want to vote?
I don't talk to Dylan, and then you just made me feel very uncomfortable about him, so Dylan would be who I'm voting for right now.
I personally, even though I'm wary of Brody, want to keep Brody in the game because I feel like
You
once
like him. You have a crush on him.
I feel like once Brody's gone, I am one of the next targets.
I don't see that. I actually see you as a very non-target.
You've been in power, and so it's hard to say, but you've literally come up 0 times.
Yeah,
I think
I completely
you're
disagree.
strangely in power by flying under the radar. It's kind of a cool thing.
I completely
actually.
disagree with what you just said.
Our minds work in a way that when we play together, we are either together or
Mhm.
against each other.
Right.
And I want to see.
Just be in sync.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are approaching me for long-term deals, and
Me too.
I'm not necessarily wanting to go, and I don't know what's best for me at the moment. So it's not like I can even make
Yeah.
decisions. So that's
No,
kinda
I'm
where
not
I'm at.
asking for a top 2 right now.
Yeah.
I'm asking to not be against each other.
Yeah, no. That's not happening.
Because I say this as you're one of my best
Mhm.
friends. I think if anyone in this house would be against me, you're the one I'm scaredest of.
Gotcha.
Scaredest of?
Yeah.
What's the word?
Most scared?
Most scared of.
Yeah.
But that's only because I feel like, oh my
Ooh,
god.
Whole contact out. Oh, she's gone.
That's only because I feel like we would take similar approaches to going
Mhm.
against each other.
Right.
And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a lot out of me.
I know. I'm emotionally not
So
into that.
Dylan came up to me and said that there now is worry about a Power Girl alliance, and so that there would probably be 3 girl nominees next time. I don't know if that's a lie.
Dylan is coming up with so many gossip little lie for just creating
Yeah.
stuff.
But if you get into the greenhouse,
I haven't heard that at all.
If you get into the greenhouse and if that comes up, I don't think I am towards the top of the
Yeah.
women that need to be concerned about right now.
Right.
You might be going home.
Okay.
You need to bid for uproot if you can.
Okay.
I don't have any seeds.
Okay.
All right.
I have 3. Jess said she'd give me 1.
Okay. No, literally, I want you to stay. Okay.
Why am I the target?
Patrick, with me. I'm on your side. I don't want you to go.
Okay, bet.
I want Dylan to go. Okay?
Oh, I think Dylan would go against Brody.
Well,
but I think Dylan.
I want Dylan going.
I
trust you.
I think Dylan should go, even if I'm still there. I
right.
think we have the numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go bid on it though. I'm gonna go bid on it.
Talk to Thomas. He doesn't feel comfortable with you. Don't ever say it. Tell
Yes,
him to say
obviously.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
So I heard all 3 of your real possibilities.
Yeah.
And
It seems like
sounds like I would prefer uproot
not to be used. Here's my pitch. I don't know who you are working with, who you aren't. If you trust me, don't trust me. I understand all the situations here, especially after last night. Both of the people next to me are bigger threats in the short term than I am to each of you because they have more connections than I do. You can take me and use me. The two people are gonna be. I'll let you walk through. I'm not walking through. Can I have my pot? It's right there, isn't it? No.
Sure can.
I'll just let you
And
do
those
your
go.
thing.
You can hand these back to them as well.
I'll leave you to your audience. So here's my thing.
Well.
Patrick's a better liar than I am. He's gonna be able to convince any of you of anything throughout the game. Nothing is Patrick. I don't have anything against these two people going up against. It's just the cards I'm dealt here. I have made myself as little of a threat as possible, based off of yesterday and this morning. I think there is a very clear target that I'm going after if I stay.
Say their names.
Shakira. Because you haven't talked to me. Every time I bring up my reasoning, I get shot down. And I think you're coming after me. Once again, might be wrong.
What?
And look, I would love to talk to you and you tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, we can talk. What the hell? Okay, for the record, I feel like this is like the 4th time now that it has been, a seed has been planted that I am targeting someone that has never kind of come out of my mouth.
So who's spreading it?
I don't know.
Because that's the real thing.
But there is a rumor that I was leading the season 4 charts. That is not true. There is a rumor that I was coming for Claire. That is not true. Now there's a rumor that I'm coming for you.
And to be fair, I've only heard it from one person and then my own kind of like feeling, which might not be true, but one person has told me.
I
And I will
am
talk to
not
you about
coming
that.
for you individually. I would say as a cast, you are the clear target. So if I was in a conversation in
Agreed.
which people are like, oh, Brody's the target, I'm like, yeah, sure, I want to be in the majority, but I am not leading the charge. I'm not the mastermind behind that.
Okay. And that's why we need to talk.
Yeah, we do need to talk.
And I can support Shakira. She has not said your name.
Okay.
Other than an
Well,
obvious.
That's news to me, because the one
Thank
person
you.
that told me
Yeah.
did not say that. So just saying.
Based on what's happening outside, I think Brody's coming.
I'm not 100% sure. Is there any chance you feel okay with me getting your seat?
The only problem is that I only have one.
I can promise you this, that you're obviously guaranteed safety with me, regardless. That wasn't the question.
I'm not
But-
voting for him.
Yeah, my first seat I get back, I'm gonna give to you, like, solemnly, 100%.
The only other thing I'm worried about though is people talking about our association. Like if I give you a seat.
I won't say I got it from you. I'll say I'll get it from Ross. Straight up.
Obviously, I don't want you to stay. Like I'm voting to keep you here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just very worried about
I understand.
my small seat.
Okay, you promise 100% no matter who the noms are, you won't vote me.
I will not vote for you.
Put it on the pinky.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I really that's heated up there. So I'm very, very worried about my association with Dylan and Ross. I'm sorry, Dylan, but I can't give you a seed because it's the only seed that I have, and it would really be horrible for my game because people are gonna find out that I gave it to you. So I don't think Dylan is going just because I thought it was him, but then Brody is having a heated argument maybe outside. So I feel like everyone's just gonna be like, okay, well, he's arguing with us, we're gonna vote him out. Because that's exactly what he did with Maddie. He said, she was against me, bye. In terms of who I'm closest with, I don't really know. I'm kind of a floater, which could be a good thing because I have like a foot in each room, but I don't know if anyone would advocate for me if I was a target. So I need to work on building stronger connections. I really, really, really want to work with Thomas, and he said he wants to work with me. I don't know if that's true. He did block my vote, and I'm trying to like share as much information with him as possible. I told him that he was a target last round, even though that went against this little thing that I have going with Dylan and Ross. But I feel like
it was just in my best interest to tell Thomas.
I still have your seats from yesterday.
Yep.
So I will give those back to you.
Okay.
Okay. And you gave me 2.
Correct.
And I'm giving those back. And I need to tell Miss Holland.
Thank you. I'm gonna go bid, and let's hope it's as simple as that.
You're gonna bid on uproot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I would prefer if people didn't know that I contributed.
Absolutely. I don't tell them it's sold.
Okay.
Brandon's the one that knows.
Okay. I think at some point we need to realize that there have been 6 nominations and all 6 have been guys.
Mm-hmm.
And once is a coincidence, twice might be a trend.
Mm-hmm.
If it continues to happen, I don't want to play that game. That seems kind of weird, a weird way to play the game, like versus girls. But if they're going to force our hands, we might not have anything to do about it. I'm also, I'm weary of Thomas and Shakira. I don't care how many times they say they're not working together. I think they are.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's someone to be looked out for. I think we need to get someone that we trust in the greenhouse next round.
I desperately want to be in it.
You do?
Yeah.
If
just because I don't like
would you tell me how
going
many seeds
too
you have?
far. I just don't want.
If we
Have my original.
if we could scrounge up enough to buy green thumb.
I'm not ready to do that.
Okay.
I want to be in it, but it's not. I'm not feeling desperate yet. If it's like round 4,
That makes sense.
then and I'm still not in the greenhouse, then it's kind of like, all right, maybe so.
Okay.
But I'm not feeling that yet.
Understandable.
So I can tell you the name.
Sure.
But I want to wait till this one's clear.
Okay.
So is Patrick.
I don't even talk to that man.
Well, so he's pitching this, they're going after the straight guys, and it's you. And you're the ringleader of it.
Why am I always the ringleader of a witch hunt? Why am I becoming the
You're a winner.
scapegoat?
It's because you're a winner. And one of the other winners is gone, and the other one's Brandon.
No, literally no. I never said that.
I'm not saying.
I hardly talk to Patrick, and in conversations in which we have spoken, it's been like groups. I never said that, and to be fair, I also think he might be behind the, oh, Shakira and Thomas are like coming for season 4.
I heard that
from his mouth.
From his mouth.
I heard that it also came from his mouth from somewhere else, and I also think he might be planting seeds in Claire's ear that I am coming for her as well. And I think there's a very common thread that he's trying to sow seeds of distrust.
Yeah, I agree.
And I wholeheartedly want to let you know that that is not true. Not coming for you, never said that you were my target, and I hardly even talked to Patrick.
Okay, so are you voting me out? Because I understand if you are, because I just threw your name out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know if it's the right move for you, given what I said.
I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer to go with the majority, so I need to have more conversations, because I've been like up there, and I also want to see what happens with the potential uproot battle, which looks like is about to happen.
I'm gonna just interrupt this. I'm bidding 3 on uproot.
Dylan has officially bid 3 seeds on uproot.
Why do you think that it would not be the right move for you, considering what you just said? I would think that it would be the perfect move, considering what you just said, because now if you think that I'm targeting you and now you are targeting me,
Well, we just cleared that up.
Literally just pointed at me, then
We just cleared it up though, because I hadn't talked to you. I don't have a reason really to target anyone else. You were the reason because it was what I heard. Clearly, the information I got from said person is not accurate. So why would I trust that
I'm
person?
going to be honest. I would have appreciated not hearing this for the first time in a room full of the entire cast. If you heard that from Patrick and you weren't sure that it was correct or not, I wish you would have
It
told
should have
me.
been. No, you're right. You're 100% right. I
Because
should
now
have.
I'm caught off guard. I'm back into the corner, and I'm like,
But you're not back.
scrambling. You know?
Yeah, but you don't need to. Because
Yeah.
we cleared it up.
But
I
no,
was the one that
because
said
you're
it.
targeting me. All it takes is a majority of people to be like, oh, Shakira's a new target, and then we'll start turning and spinning, and now I become a target because you're wanting to target me, and then I become an easy target. Do you understand how that looks?
I apologize for calling you out. It was wrong.
It's okay.
And you are not my target anymore. But
Thank you.
I also understand.
You called her out. That was up.
You missed
Yeah,
it. It was spicy.
Did you actually hear that Shakira was coming after you, or was she the first person that you saw?
No, she was the person that just wanted to go after her.
Shoot, I didn't hear that. I just made that up. But I knew it would catch her off guard. I knew we hadn't talked. And I knew it would make a big scene and make me look like an even bigger idiot. And so the less threatening I can appear right now, the better. That made me not threatening. It made me look stupid. And that's going to be the key. So, who do I want to sit next to? I cannot outbid them. Who do I want to sit next to?
How many seats do you have?
I have one.
Oof, no.
But what I'm saying is, if I need to sit next to one of them, I will give mine to the other person.
I think Patrick is very under the radar. I think Dylan and Ross are going to go to the end holding hands and
Probably
sneaky.
I think you have a better shot of going up against Dylan.
That's what I've heard as well. I truly mean this. I do not have the people around me to make an impact in this game at this point. I know you have to make the moves for your own game. I don't think I'm the right move, but if you feel that it is, then that's your choice.
If you end up in the greenhouse and we don't vote,
whoever does not vote me out
is safe next
is
week.
safe next week. And I will get to the bottom of it.
I feel like you're going to end up in the greenhouse next week too because you are a CEO weasel.
Do I have y'all's vote against Dylan?
For me, yeah. I don't know about them.
I'm willing. I want it. I've been
6 is the
begging for a
majority.
consensus.
6 is the
I do
majority.
want to talk to you before I commit, but
Okay.
like, I'm pretty sure. How to get Thomas out? My plan again. Thomas and Shakira. Thomas doesn't believe me. Thomas has such a bad poker face. He wants me out so badly too. I don't think right now, but he's not going to take me to the end. Shakira, trust me. I want to work with Ross, Dylan, Patrick, Meredith, Brandon, but unfortunately a lot of them are on the block right now. So what my plan is right now is to get Ross the green thumb, so Ross can go in the greenhouse next round and get Thomas's ass out. Love you, buddy. Really do. But this is vengeance. I want fucking revenge for last time. I'm not here for all the kumbaya shit. No, I'm still mad. And I will get you out.
Brody's plea is correct, and that if he stays in the game, he's a great person that can be a target, and everyone will always nominate him. The problem with that is he's also really good at competitions. So yes, let's keep him around to keep putting him on the block. Plot twist, he wins the greenhouse every time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
my thing is kind of like, honestly, let it shake out and let fate do it. I don't think he's like the biggest.
I'm down with that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that. I think.
I do want to get him out sort of.
I don't want to let him go on
he's
too
a,
long.
He's a great player. I mean, yeah, he's a threat, sure. Currently, my feeling is it feels like either Dylan or Patrick's going to get uproot. For me, I think I'm going to vote for whichever one doesn't get it.
To go out.
Yeah. That's cool.
And keep Brody.
I think so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I think you're right that we
But-
can take him out in a
But don't
different
let him win the greenhouse.
Don't give him power. Because
Don't give him power.
I think after
Brody
last
is
night-
not dangerous when he doesn't have power. He's great to play with.
Yes,
When
yes.
Brody has power, y'all people forget.
I do
No,
think people
I
get
think
mad at Brody
everyone-
really easily, so I don't. This group of people doesn't really seem very pro Brody. So
Oh,
Yeah.
very much not.
I
Well,
feel
especially
like the
after
house
last
will-
night, everyone gave him power, and then we're like, "Who gave him so much power?" Like you did.
I will say the boys are starting to
I know.
get panicked about the girls really taking over here. And I think
All the
that
boys?
the heterosexual men are going to really be gunning to put some girls on the block, because so far no girlies have been on the block. I mean, Maddie went home, but that was via gun. So
shooting death.
I've heard that, so I just want y'all to kind of be prepared for that.
The
I'm sure
vibe-
you're not surprised.
It's
but
palpable. Like
Is it
I
mostly
can
the
reach
straight men that are afraid of that, or is it all the men?
It's no
No, the
gays are.
The gays feel fine.
Yeah.
Or this. I have something to tell you. Let's get tactile. I am a homosexual.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's super surprising.
So I was just called out, and it was essentially your fault. I'm finding out.
Me?
Yes, you.
He blamed me?
Yes. His clear target is now me because you told him that I was targeting him.
That is not true. I heard that you were one of the people who were talking to him about fly trapping. Is that true?
So I was in conversations where people thought that you might have been the fly trap target, but I was not contributing to that cause, and it wasn't my idea. I wasn't like, oh, let's do Patrick, let's do Patrick. I didn't suggest that to Brody. I didn't give him any seeds to do it, and I was not contributing to any conversations in which would further the narrative that you would have been the fly trap person. I was only trying to secure my own safety and make sure that it wouldn't be me. And I heard that as secondhand information.
Brody threw me under the bus?
Yes.
Okay, he also threw you under the bus to me.
Of the fly trap thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have never had any issue with you until I heard that my name was in your mouth.
Yeah, and that was because I heard that you were getting fly trapped from secondhand information that came from Brody, but it wasn't my idea. It wasn't me.
Okay, I believe you, and I hope that this doesn't damage. I still feel good with you. I felt good with you before I heard that, and then it kind of just messed me up a little.
I feel good with you as well.
Patrick has bid 4 seeds on Uproot. The official bid is now 4 seeds.
Do I think I can trust Brody? I think he's going balls to the wall crazy right now.
Agreed.
So I'm in
The way
agreement
he
with you there.
pointed at me, that was insane.
I don't.
I literally, walked down the steps and immediately I was like, whoa, don't shoot, officer.
Yes,
Like, what?
It was wild.
Honestly, maybe I'm just naive. That whole conversation that he said happened probably didn't even happen. I was probably just the first person that comes down the steps and he was like, her. Like, I could have been anyone, probably. Like, to get the heat off himself.
What's
What?
crazy is Brody's the winningest player in this game. He plays smarter than this. I don't know if he's doing an act or if he's panicking. I've never seen Brody be like, let me go and just paint the biggest target on myself from day one. I did not anticipate that. Brody's not that type of player because he thinks he's like, I want to win. But right now, I think he's just saying he's playing a let me entertain as much of the people as possible. And he's not playing to stay in the long term of this game.
Yeah.
He is saying, I want to be good TV.
I want to make moves.
Yeah, I want to be good TV.
Yeah.
And guess what? You fly trap round 1. Cool. But now, no one trusts you.
That brings up a good point. If he's not playing for long term and we know that he probably will end up winning, then do we keep him as a shield?
That too. I legitimately think that as well. I think Dylan is going to be just sitting there. And especially
I want to... Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Especially since Gavin's gone, he has no real ties, and he's just gonna float.
Him and Ross sync off together all the time.
Ross does it too, but if we get out Dylan, Ross is empty. Ross has nobody. I think.
I agree.
So
You're the first person that came to me and said, no matter the nominees, I'll take a banked vote. But then I walked in on you and Brody yelling at each other, so I don't know if that's the case anymore, and I wanted to ask.
Why would me and Brody yell at each other matter what I would do to help your game?
I didn't know if you wanted to vote now because you wanted Brody out because y'all were fighting. I didn't even hear what y'all were fighting about.
No. So that was crazy. I don't really remember hash it for the sake of time, but just know that that was squashed, and me and Brody are fine now, and I'm not wanting my vote to stick it to the man, to Brody.
Yeah, I give you a banked vote and I call on you to help me, that you will do it.
It's our banked vote. It's not my banked vote.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
I might use it for myself, but it will be used for me or for you. Those are the only 2 options.
I won't use it for myself. I'll use it for you.
Okay. Then I will walk both of your votes.
Hurry.
I am now okay with going forth, keeping Brady in the game, because the moment that he pointed at me as a target, Brody as a target, I know I have at least 5 or 6 solid people that would be willing to not let that happen.
Exactly.
So I will let him stay in as a shield. This might come out, I don't know if he was telling me the truth, but I gave a seed to Dylan to uproot because I'm trying to get in with that little pair. He said that he was good with you, though.
Ross?
Dylan Ross.
That's what he keeps telling people.
He said that he's good with you. And I was like, I want to verify that with you.
Yes.
But if he's good with you, then I also want to try to be in with him because I feel like I might be on the outs with them.
I think he's going this round anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Ross or Dylan?
I think Dylan's going.
Yeah, I agree because of the bid.
Yeah, so
However, though, I did want to give him a seed because I think, despite what he's saying, him and Ross are a duo. So
Yes.
if I can get in with Dylan, then maybe I can get in with Ross, and Ross would not target me. He promised me that if I gave him a seed, that he would have a conversation with Ross, that Ross would not target me.
I've heard multiple times that Brody is saying Patrick is a liar. So I don't know if that's just Brody projecting. I don't know if that's actually true.
Patrick is a liar.
So is Brody, because Brody backstabbed me last night, and like we made up, but also in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I save you, are we good? But I'm only going to save you. I didn't tell him that. I was like, I'm only going to save you if you don't go after him, which is what I told Thomas. It's like, I cannot keep him in the game if he's going after you. But if you're good with that, I will save him.
Yeah. Not only am I okay with him staying in the game, Claire blocked my vote, which I don't think has any major repercussions for like our alliance or me really going forward. It honestly just gives me a bank vote, and then it gives me like another like route of currency with Claire, because I looked in her eyes and promised that like I will use this to save you, which at this point I don't really care because she's not my target. I don't think she's anyone's
Claire?
target. So I won't be voting at all. I hope that it doesn't mean more to Dylan than it means more to me that I gave him the seed, even though he's going to lose, which I kind of knew would happen. Like, I was willing to give him a seed if that let me get in with him and people on his side of the house, but I knew he was going to lose, which means I would get it back, because I felt like Brody and Patrick had more people that would be willing to give him seeds. So hopefully that secured like my safety with that side of the house. Hopefully getting my vote blocked and promising Claire that I could help her would secure like me and her connections. I've got my like tribe of people that are willing to like keep me safe. So right now I really don't know whose target I would be. So I feel really good, and I think I'm gonna make a run for a greenhouse coming soon.
I was coming to ask if either of y'all would be willing to give me a seat to tie him, and if I lose it, it will be returned 100%. And if I do win it, you're guaranteed safety with me moving forward. And I will, at my earliest opportunity, return a seed to you. If not, I understand. I'm just trying to give me a chance here.
Okay.
I don't know if I feel comfortable based on where the vote is going, and I'm going to be honest.
Well, I've heard that people want to keep Brody as a shield.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm just going if I don't get uprooted.
Yeah. I did want to actually come and talk to. Do you even? I don't think you even have seats, do you? I did want to.
I'm sorry. I'm not helpful to you.
I understand.
I'm gonna, in fact, since I'm
Yeah.
useless to you at the moment, I'm just gonna Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Yeah.
I'll catch him.
I just don't know if I can do it right now, based on whatever. You can't do it immediately. You have to wait until like last minute so that the Lily doesn't know as well. Yeah, so I'll go talk to a couple other people. Yes. Of course I'm going to give you a seat.
Okay.
Okay.
I am tying the bid to 4. It's the only seat I have.
Okay, thank you. Dylan has tied the bid to 4. There is now a tie between Dylan and Patrick. Each have 4 seeds on uproot.
And I think whoever, between Patrick and Dylan, I think whoever doesn't get it is probably going. Yes, I believe that is true.
Yeah. Do y'all know like what the consensus is on both of them?
I think the consensus is that Brody's sort of dead in the water, and so no one is terribly worried about that.
As long as he doesn't have power.
As long as he doesn't have power and people limit his social game.
Yeah.
That like if we are strong enough to say no, or to say yes conditionally, then he stays where he is.
Yeah.
He's a shield. He is just getting as far as anyone wants him to get and no further. He is sort of playing to survive and not to win right now. And that is where everyone should want him. It is just people, when they make these allowances and say like, oh, he's not important, he can stay.
You have to be careful about it.
Then they go back and drink the Kool-Aid and get roped into his whole thing and get manipulated. If everyone stays strong and is like, I know his game.
See, exactly.
And
Fight
just,
the urge.
yeah,
And I feel like because
it's place.
because of last night and because of it's Allstars, I feel like
people have to know better now.
I think we all should know better.
I haven't promised a seat back to anyone. I will promise you a seat back if you are willing to give it. But if not, that's
What do you mean by seat back?
like the next seat I get, I will give it to you.
I see.
Yeah, you see it.
I see it.
But if not, then I understand. But I feel like the only reason that I haven't felt comfortable with you is because I haven't talked to you.
We haven't had the opportunity.
Our literal
yes.
first conversation to me went so well,
Yes.
and I felt so comfortable. But the round and like the semantics, like
I think what I got concerned with is that directly after talking with you, I started hearing, oh, Thomas and Shakira are leading the charge against season 4, and so I was just kind of assuming that it was you spreading that. Nobody said like it was you, but like that just like made me a little more hesitant.
okay, what happened was whenever that narrative was being formed, they were looking for people to blame, and people were either saying like Brody or you and Shakira. And I knew that y'all and Brady as well were like pushing that narrative, but I wasn't the one who was like telling people because I don't because I felt really good with you, and I feel good with Brady now as well. But I just want to squash any idea that it was me spreading rumors about you in particular, because your name never came out of my mouth for anybody that for any kind of like negative stuff.
If I give you a seed, I would like the seed back, and just if you are in the greenhouse,
Absolutely.
In either of the next 2 rounds, I would like safety.
Yes, I can absolutely promise you that. I'll shake whatever you need. And I realize this looks kind of like desperate, but I really don't think that I need to be that desperate with you, because I genuinely do feel like
I am concerned that if you don't work out of Uproot, that you are.
I just don't get why. Like, what if I feel like I'm taking blame for other people's words, because I
think people just want to keep Brody around. It's like to have a more distracting target.
Yeah,
I mean, it's clearly it's working this round.
I heard that you were trying to jump ship from 4.
Oh, from season 4?
Yeah.
I mean, from the beginning, I was trying to distance myself on that.
Okay. Do you have a place to jump to? Like, besides me? Like, who were you good with? Like, I really like Meredith.
Yeah, I like Meredith. I like Abrielle.
Same.
Jessica has been fun to work with so far.
Mm-hmm.
Shakira.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas.
Patrick has just raised the bid for Uproot to 5 seats.
5 to 3?
Wait, was he the one that held?
5 to 4.
Oh.
Did he hold the 4 bid?
They tied the 4 bid.
Oh.
Dylan tied the 4 bid. So Patrick has just raised it to 5.
Gotcha.
I just again am trying to express that I am not as big of a threat as Brody, because the fact that he was able to come through this last round and still be even considered to not be the immediate vote out here just shows how well connected he is with people.
I don't think that's connections. I think it's a lack of connections.
You think so?
I think, well, that's what I'm hearing from people, is everyone is saying, like, he has no one.
I just don't agree. I might be wrong entirely, but obviously he was able to maneuver himself in this position where no one's wanted to target him again because he's isolated. He immediately, after that whole thing, worked with Shakira to salvage his reputation with her. And I don't even know if he's looking at targeting her anymore. And I just don't see how it's good for a lot of people's games for him to be here, in the sense that he's an obvious threat, and it's just easier to take him out now. Like, it just straight up, like, you don't want to go to the jury with him. You don't want to go.
Oh, I absolutely do.
You do?
Oh yeah, I take Brody any day.
That's crazy.
I can beat Brody.
I mean, in a finale vote, I agree. But in the jury, I think there's a better chance of him beating you to the finale and booting you over some of the other people he's closer to, like Patrick and Christian, than keeping you.
Sure.
So I'm letting you know that I'm probably going to end up going this vote, I think.
I think so, but I'm not voting for him.
I would still appreciate that very much, and that matters. And as some faith of loyalty here, I'm letting you know for your own game, don't run further with Ross. He doesn't trust you anymore after what you told to Thomas.
Okay, Thomas, why did you have to say that?
Yeah.
But I meant to go tell Ross because I feel like Thomas is a big threat, and it was going to happen, so I thought it would be in Ross's best interest for Thomas to know already, so he's not like super shocked. I haven't gotten a chance to speak to Ross. I'm also afraid to like talk to any of y'all because of like the season 4 thing.
Yeah.
But Thank you for telling me that.
At this point, I just don't think it's in your best interest to run further with him.
It is. Are you going to raise it? No?
I can't.
Okay. Are you going to give me my seat? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were good with that, but I didn't want that to happen in front of a lot of people. So this is why I just wanted to like get you out here. So I'm very sorry.
I think I might be going, but if you could still vote in my favor.
I'm blocked.
Okay. Never mind.
And that was a conversation that precedes me giving you this. Like me and Claire had a conversation about blocking, and it had nothing to do. It was nothing strategic about like who do we think would vote for who, and that's why we're blocking whatever. It was simply for like Claire and I to establish a deeper connection, and that she was giving me a seed, and I was guaranteeing that it would help her in the future, and that was it. It had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't want you out. I'll campaign to have to campaign too. I need you to give me your seed. I'm gonna go get another one. I'm gonna get green thumb. And if you or me or someone we don't trust is not in the greenhouse,
Put me in the greenhouse.
Huh?
Put me in the greenhouse. Let me deal the damage and make myself a bigger target the next round.
We're getting in the greenhouse. I'm tired of the girls running everything. I'm tired of us not being in power.
Am I really not going home?
And I don't think you are. I think Dylan's made it. Dylan was talking shit about you.
Patrick uproot to 5 seats.
Okay.
Give me your seed. Dylan's gonna give me mine back. I'm gonna go buy a green thumb. You're gonna survive this round. We're gonna start kicking ass next round.
I'm trusting you here.
You should.
If you fuck me over,
I'm not gonna fuck
I
you
will
over.
put a golf ball in your spine.
I understand.
I will hit it right at your
I've
back.
seen you hit driver. It's not a thing. Put it in my pot. Let's go fucking do this.
Let's do it. I made that commitment to you.
You have to survive this round.
I made that commitment to you, and I plan on keeping it.
Okay.
It is the only commitment I've made today.
I'm riding with you. It's the only way forward for both of us.
We
both have too big of a target. If we don't help each other out, we're fucked.
Yep. But I have 0 connections. I'm breaking every connection I have to stay in this game this round. Maybe it's a bad move. This is like the ultimate, like, can I pull this off? If I break these connections, what it does is it allows me to have potential longevity. It's either going to send me home now, or it's going to make me last several rounds.
Yeah, sure.
Are you going to be able to outplay him or not?
I don't think so.
Can you go get it and give me mine back?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
We've heard, or I think that there could be an all-women thing going on.
Can we say that without Ross in the camera? Without his rear in the camera?
I have not been invited. And in previous seasons, when that kind of narrative has come out, I have never
you've
been invited. I have repeatedly. This happens to autistic girls. It's a pattern.
You're invited to my party.
And that's what I'm worried about. If the men are getting targeted, that's essentially where I am.
I at least alleviated some of that tension. And I also
Ross has officially made 4 seats on the green thumb.
Ross is the best. Ross is the best, man.
He just walks out. That's the next round.
Yeah. He walks in, walks out. Boom.
So as it stands, we have 5 on uproot, 4 on green thumb.
I need to talk.
Should I be worried about that?
No, they can't do it this round.
Not this round.
Oh, they can't do it.
You're mega chilling.
I was planning on blocking your vote. I'm worried now that people are going to think you have too much power if I do that, in addition to you getting green thumb.
If you don't want, because we're gonna work together, right? If you think that puts me in an awkward spot,
Why'd you go for that?
I'm tired of a group that I'm not a part of being in the greenhouse. And I don't know if that's gonna stop anytime soon.
I don't know who wants to go banked vote to now, though, if it's because I do think it would make people think that you have too much power.
And
That's
then come
fair.
after me. Yeah.
So I think where that leaves us, if Brody's not terribly in danger and everyone's fine with presumably Dylan going home, I think the best thing that you can do right now, this is just my perception of things, and I hardly talk to you at all.
I know.
But yeah, we need to catch up. But there is the perception of girls ganging up. So I think you doing a favor to a guy, if it's not Ross, still just a guy, might help the case of like, because yesterday we said like we're not doing a girls thing.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. We're just making sure to talk to each other. But the guys are seeing all male nominations and getting a little antsy. So making a good gesture to the man of your choice, like
Christian or Brandon?
Christian, Brandon, someone.
I'm worried about giving it to Christian or Brandon because I feel like people are grouping the 3 of us together.
Good point.
That's fair. Who else do we have?
Patrick?
Give it to Shane.
Maybe Shane.
Give it to Shane.
I haven't talked to him much this round, so I think it would be a gesture of good faith.
Alright.
Okay, and with that, the auction has ended. With 4 seeds, Ross has purchased green thumb. That is his until he plays it. And then this round, Patrick has purchased Uproot for 5 seeds. What would you like to do with it?
I'm gonna uproot this.
Okay, Patrick has been uprooted from the block, meaning our final nominees are Dylan and Brody. At this time, we do need our Tulip to block some votes.
Okay, I told several people, the 2 people that I was gonna block, and I was not lying to you in those conversations. I just like truly in the last minute changed my mind because I no longer think one of those people is advantageous for me to give a banked vote to. So the 2 people I am blocking will be Shakira and Shannon.
Okay.
Chills.
Let's head to the living room.
So nominees, before your fellow players cast their vote to banish one of you from the house, please stand up and give your last plea.
So, kind of pitched this part of it throughout the round. Brody has managed to maneuver his way in every game he's played by being the big threat. He makes it to the end game every single time. Taking him out now just eliminates that opportunity for him. And I'm willing to work with so many of you that didn't give Brody any help in last night's thing, because he's obviously well connected to many of you people here. He got 7 seeds last night and only earned 1, maybe 2, I might be wrong with that? 3. So there's 4 other seeds last night, and he just has a lot of power in this game. If you don't believe that, you are absolutely insane.
What he said is wrong, because although you may think I have had connections last night, I think I burned all of those bridges unintentionally between last night and this morning. There is no one here that trusts me more than the 5 people sitting next to them. If you think that y'all trust me more than the people next to you, you're probably lying to yourself, because you shouldn't trust me, because I have given you no reason to trust me, and I understand that, and I know the situation I am in. I have helped the people I can help as much as I can. I understand the situation that I put myself in, and that this whole game has conjured up. Yes, I make it to the end often. No one is going to deny that. I win 0 times. I never win. I don't get votes. This is someone who tied for first and is known as having lost it at the final jury.
I'm a loyal player. I saved Gavin because he's loyal to me.
And I kept Clay and Johnny the whole game. So if you want to use that argument, anyone can make it. The thing is, we are here and you have to make the decision for your game and what's going to progress you not only next round, but in the later rounds. This is someone who has the en routes to go later. The connections I have, if any, are surface level at best. No one wants to bring me the top 8. No one wants to bring me to final 5. No one wants to bring me to top 12. I am the easy person to say, put me up next round if I stay, and I cannot make the argument that it's not a bad idea. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Good job, y'all.
And with that, it is time to vote. Nominees, remember any seats that you have will disintegrate if you are banished from the house. So we will begin voting shortly.
Brody, I don't want you leaning far. You said it. I just don't want him in. I actually think I was one of the main proponents for Dylan being up. And not only that, I swung a few votes to get Dylan out. I think I was very, very well situated going into today. Based on what happened last night, I broke my game down and basically said I have nothing. And I rebuilt everything from the bottom up, and I am good right now.
I just haven't really been able to make a relationship with Dylan that would make me think that he would keep me or that we're going to have an alliance of any sort. So for my own personal gameplay, the safer choice is for me to vote for Dylan. So.
I think it is silly to keep Brody in the game. We've said that so many times, right? Like, I mean, he's gonna, whatever. So I'm gonna vote for Brody to maybe sow some chaos. And if this accidentally tips it to Brody, then enjoyed it. You know, see you next time, I'm sure. That's how I feel.
Once I announce the banished player, you must exit immediately where you will be interviewed for the Fallen All-Star podcast.
Ooh.